Well, we found him. This is a story of how we tracked down and rescued Louie, who is an 11-week-old puppy. He weighs 11 pounds. Dawn McPhillips, who had already put her infrared drone Mavic 3 thermal up in the air and managed to locate the dog. I showed up about an hour later when she called in for reinforcements, and I put my thermal drone up in the air. We flew Dawn's drone back to location using the GPS and with a flashing beacon on top of the drone, which is used for night flying so aircraft can see the drones from 3 miles away. I used that as a spot to be able to get over the top of her drone and then set down my own GPS location, at which point she was able to come back in. I brought my drone back in, we put the spotlight on, and here is kind of how the whole thing unfolded. And I'm happy to say that Louie is home safely. Enjoy the recording.
So here we have a dog in the woods. We're at 167 feet, and I will switch out of infrared. You can see right now, if I bring the lens up right now, we're past civil twilight. There's I-95 right there, and sun's gone down, and Route 3. So we've got that. Looking for the easiest way to get into where this dog is. So if we bring it down here, there's a lot of woods. What you're going to see right here, the purple is obviously rocks and everything like that, but the bright yellow, or rather the orange, everything like that, those arteries of orange, that's actually water. So if we bring it straight down here, looking directly down, we're at 165 feet, as you can see. Okay, I'm at 165 feet, Dawn. And there's our dog right there. And basically perched between that spot right there. So now that I've got it marked, you can see if I switch the screens right there, I've got a map, and I've dropped a pin there, so I'm going to switch cams back over to my infrared. We know where the dog is, and I'm going to go and grab my spotlight, and I'm going to bring it back in and put the drone back up and then get a visual confirmation. Okay, so here we've got the dog spotted, and it is this little spot right here. We're currently up at about 140 feet, and the dog is right here in the brush. Right there, you can see that little white spot directly in the center. And he's stuck. So we're going to try and catch an angle as he's tangled in the brush here. There he is. So, see that spot? So we're going to switch our spotlight on, switch to normal, bring our spotlight on, and you can see that there's our spot. Bring it into 7x, and we definitely got water flowing around here too. So recenter the spotlight, and we've got zoom. Well, there's water all over the place here, so.
So he's stuck in the water?
No, he's not stuck in the water, but there's water flowing all over the place here.
Yeah,
so, well, there's a series of brooks, so what we want to do. Oh, yeah, see, there's the dog's eyes right there.
Yeah. That's water, though.
No, he's close to the water. But yeah, there's his eyes looking up. That's what I'm going to try and figure out.
How far away is that?
Yeah, there's his eyes. He's looking up. Poor little guy. He is 544 feet from here. So
we should walk down the street and cut through.
that's what I'm going to try and figure out is.
Do you want to do
So you see, here's the river right here.
Did you cross the river?
Well, I don't know how he got to where he got, but he's right next to the water. So what we need to do is figure out the easiest path of ingress in there. Now there's a house very close to here, but it looks like you're gonna have to cross some streams. So right over here is a house.
Yeah.
And yet if you come through their backyard, there's a creek.
We might have to call the fire department.
Well, and at that point, so let's look at if we flip it around the other way. Yeah, there he is right there. It looks like if we peer up this way, that's certainly the long way through. And that's Route 3 right there. You got your waders on?
I think we should call the fire department.
Oh, I like that idea. Call the fire department.
Wendy, can you call me? So if we had walked down the street,
I don't know. He's literally, so all the yellow veins there are all creeks.
Yep.
So I'm going to come up. I'm at 150 feet. I'm now at 200 feet. I'm now at 250, 300 feet. The hell is that? So you can see that that kind of helps. Okay, here's what I would do for what it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
This house right here,
Yep.
you come in their backyard, and then basically you go around the brook right here,
Yeah.
and you come around in here, and
I hope it's dry.
because basically you can sneak in through this way right here into there. Send the fire department in there. They've got that. They don't want.
Should we drive like down this road so we get to that?
All right, so I'm gonna go over that house right now.
Do you want me to drive down and see?
Well, no, I'm gonna. I'll give you.
Ask Wendy if they could let the fire department do this.
All right, so here is.
Hey there. Hi. So we located him, and he's tangled, and he's down. He's almost in the creek. So
Okay, so let's.
he comes. Oh, Louie. Good job. Hey, baby.